ERIC is a digital library of education research funded by the Institute of Education Sciences, or IES, in the U.S. Department of Education. This video provides answers to help desk questions related to the full-text content in ERIC, particularly some of the older works provided in the collection. ERIC began indexing education resources in 1966, and the collection also incorporates materials from earlier years. This includes a body of digitized historical materials acquired from the National Library of Education. These materials are used for retrospective education research. This collection is composed of reports and bulletins from the predecessor offices of the Department of Education, as well as historical textbooks and other materials. As of 2022, the oldest work in ERIC dates from 1891. A few users have expressed concern that some of these older materials include outdated language, research methods, and conclusions. The requesters are particularly concerned about materials that use language that is considered insensitive today or discuss policies and practices that are no longer in use. Some users have suggested that ERIC remove offensive content, redact words that are offensive, or add warnings that the content may offend some users. However, ERIC does not flag, censor, or remove content from the collection, including these types of materials. Also, it is not ERIC's place to determine what is offensive or outdated. Given that ERIC serves as a historic repository of education research, it retains records indefinitely and in perpetuity. The few conditions that warrant removal of a record or full-text content are outlined in the section on preservation in ERIC's selection policy. The content of publications in ERIC may not reflect the views or policies of IES or the U.S. Department of Education, including language or terminology, viewpoints, or framing of research questions. However, these are not grounds for the removal of an ERIC record or full text. ERIC is committed to the preservation of indexed content, including both current and historical materials. Given the broad time span of the collection, be sure to note the publication date of the materials you retrieve in your searches and consider them within a historical framework. The works in ERIC should be viewed within the context of the era in which they were written and used according to the specific needs of the researcher. For more information about the content in ERIC, check out the links below or contact the ERIC Help Desk.